dkdynamite, and today what I have for you guys is some gameplay of Night of the Undead. Yes, the English translation of Nacht Der Untoten, the new zombies map coming to Call of Duty Mobile. It's only available for select users on Android who are taking part in some type of beta trial for Season 3 of Call of Duty Mobile, and I'm on iOS unfortunately, but luckily, one of my fellow subscribers and fans, the Real Boss RPG, was able to record some gameplay and send it over to me, so huge shout out to him. It means the world that he sent that, and his link to his channel will be down below in the description, and there will be a card on screen linking you directly to him. I just find it a little bit hard to get hyped for Nacht Der Untoten since we've played this map so many damn times. We saw it in the World at War campaign, in World at War Zombies, in Black Ops 1 Zombies as a port for Resurrection, in Transit of Black Ops 2, in Black Ops 3 Revelations, right? And then we had Nacht Der Untoten remastered in Zombies Chronicles. Then we even had the other versions, right? We had one on the original Call of Duty Zombies mobile app that was really old, probably like 7 years ago when that app was actually working. And now we're getting another one here within the new Call of Duty Mobile. So 8 different versions of Nacht Der Untoten, which is absolutely insane. And you know, it's kind of hard to get hyped for it because we've played the map so many damn times, but I think it is very cool that there are new areas to explore here in this version on Call of Duty Mobile. You can go outside of the map for the very first time. And I saw some comments out there saying that this should have been what Nacht Der Untoten was in Zombies Chronicles for Black Ops 3. And while I do agree that it would have been cool to have other areas accessible, the whole point of the first Zombies Chronicles was to stay faithful to the originals, right? You know, enhancing the graphics, adding a couple little Easter eggs here and there, but still staying true to what the maps were, how the layout is, etc. And you'll see how beautiful Zombies Chronicles Nacht Der Untoten is in a second. I'll put some gameplay of that on screen in a little bit as comparison. But the only thing that's unfortunate about some of these Call of Duty Mobile Zombies maps is the fact that, you know, when YouTubers get their hands on some of these maps, they instantly just go ahead and beat the whole Easter egg, which, in my opinion, takes away the fun once the map is officially released. And I won't be covering the Easter egg in this video here. I think that's kind of spoiler territory. I would rather wait to do a guide on the actual Easter egg when the map is available to the entire public, just so that it's fair. And I'm not expecting a huge Easter egg hunt for a free mobile game like this, you know, as we would usually do for the regular Zombies mode on console and PC, but it's just a little unfortunate that that also happened with Zetsubo, or excuse me, Shinonuma, that released, what was it, back in November, right? There were Easter egg guides for that map before the map was even released for most people around the world. So I know it's not a actual Easter egg hunt for the regular Zombies mode, but still, what is this, World War II, where the Easter eggs solved before the game's even released, right? It's a bit unfortunate, but a good buddy of mine, Nikos, over on the COD Zombies Reddit, actually sent me some information the other day, which he also made public in one of his posts, talking about some leaks he had found all over Twitter that people were sharing about the layout of Nacht Der Untoten that actually leaked, which revealed new areas and new weapons, gobblegums, the Pack-a-Punch machine being locked behind a paywall, etc. And I think that's really, really nice of him. And again, big shout out to him. His link will also be down below in the description. I was going to make this video anyway, but then all of a sudden, as I'm planning it out, boom, gameplay drops because the map's in beta now. So the map should be dropping officially very, very soon on all mobile devices out there. Now, what I was going to get into is, you know, whether or not we'll ever see a new map in Call of Duty Mobile Zombies, because what's unfortunate is that we've been playing these maps for literally a decade, right? And I'm excited for the Transit remake because, again, it's the one map that we really haven't played that much. We've only had it in one game, Black Ops 2. We're still awaiting the remake in either Black Ops 4 or Black Ops 5. So that's a COD Mobile Zombies map I really want to see, and it's probably the only map I wanted to see when we saw early gameplay of both Transit and Shinonuma a couple of months ago, and all of a sudden the game drops, right? There's no zombies in Call of Duty Mobile, and then, boom, we have to wait till November for Shinonuma to finally drop. And the map was cool. I think it was cool they incorporated some Zetsubo portions. The Easter egg was great. I think the people who worked on Call of Duty Mobile Zombies really are passionate about the zombies mode, and they know what they're doing, even if it's not canon to the real zombie story, but there's still a good amount of work put in there. But then 2 months later, and Shinonuma is still the only map in the game, even though we have gameplay, or early gameplay I should say, of Transit from literally almost 2 years ago now. So, you know, how much more work do they put into the Transit map? I'm so confused about that. There's boss fight footage of the three-headed Cerberus, the Avogadro, the Butcher. So where is all that? And then I still don't think it's coming in Season 3 either. We're getting Nacht Der Untoten instead. So I'm a bit confused on what's going on, but my question is, will there ever be a new Zombies map in Call of Duty Mobile, or will they stick to kind of bringing back fan favorite maps or just old maps in general, putting them into Call of Duty Mobile, adding new areas to them, adding an Easter egg, a new boss? Is that what's going to be happening? Because, I mean, eventually they'll run out of maps, but could they also stir away from just Treyarch Zombies maps and go on to, let's say, Exo Zombie maps, Infinite Warfare maps, World War II maps? Is that possible, or will they stick to the Treyarch Zombie maps and just bring those back? And there's 20 plus maps they can bring back from Treyarch, so if they spread it out the way they're doing, it'll be a long time before we ever see all Treyarch maps in Call of Duty Mobile. But I guess it's because the game is a mobile game, which is why I don't play it all that much. I honestly thought the game would have been a little bit bigger than it is, and what I mean by that is sort of the DLC releases and the new updates. I know it's a mobile game, so it might take a little bit longer, but for example, Transit, we've seen that literally 2 years ago, and there's gameplay all over the internet of it, and it's still not in Call of Duty Mobile. So I was hoping that once Zombies dropped with Shino Numa, maybe after 3 weeks, or let's say a month, we would see the next Zombies map, and then so forth. But it seems like they're really waiting, and depending on when the seasons change in the game, to add a new map in, which I guess makes sense too, but it seems like the drought was pretty damn big, and I haven't heard much marketing or much about the game at all. I know the Battle Royale has gotten really consistent updates, but it's just hard to get into a game when it's on mobile, right? I'm such a dedicated PS4 player, and lately I've been on Steam with Black Ops 3 Custom, so it's hard to get into Call of Duty Mobile Zombies or just Call of Duty Mobile in general, but that's just my opinion on that. And once again, I'll be covering the Easter egg and all the little side quests for Nacht Der Untoten once the map is officially released for everybody out there. I want it to be fair to everybody out there. I don't want to upset anybody or piss people off that the Easter egg can already be completed with a beta version of Nacht Der Untoten. But yeah, it's crazy. I did that Shino Numa video all the way back in November, along with a tutorial on how to connect a controller to your mobile device to play Call of Duty Mobile. And, it came to my understanding that after I posted that video, unfortunately, there were issues with Android devices connecting to controllers and glitches where you connect the PS4 remote to an Android and the buttons would be all out of whack and wouldn't work properly. I wasn't aware of that, but on iOS, as of right now, there are no issues with PS4 or Xbox remotes being paired with them. Hopefully, the Android issues have been resolved at this point in time. And we also know that they were saying that Zombies would be a limited time mode if the player base is low, but if the player base stays high for Call of Duty Mobile Zombies, then it'll stay a permanent mode. So hopefully they stay true to that, and I'm sure the player base is big enough to warrant the mode staying in forever, but it's honestly a joke if they put all this work into these mini zombie maps with full Easter eggs, boss fights, crazy features, and then they take it away. Now, I do understand the justification behind locking survival mode behind a couple of hours. What is it, like 3 or 4 hours? I totally get that because there's a restriction and, some liability with that, trying to make sure they don't, burn your devices down if you're playing zombies for too long. I totally get that, and it's a mobile game. So if people are like, oh, I want to go for high rounds, I want to do this, I want to do that, play regular zombies, right? I know there wasn't a restriction on some of the older versions of mobile zombies from back in the day, but I guess right now with the hardware they have accessible to them and with the features they're putting in, they have to put that restriction on survival for Call of Duty Mobile. But luckily there still is that gauntlet-like mode where you can go in, do a couple of challenge rounds, and then do the boss fight, which is really damn cool. But it is a shame that we're probably going to end up seeing Transit in Call of Duty Mobile before the actual Transit remake we're all awaiting for, either Zombies Chronicles 2 in Black Ops 4 or as a pre-order map in Black Ops 5. That's if they even drop Transit anytime soon. They could even surprise us and drop Nacht Der Untoten at the beginning of Season 3. Then maybe midway through Season 3 they drop the Transit maps that we're all awaiting. But they might even hold that off for Season 4, and who knows when that'll be. But we might end up seeing, again, Transit on mobile as a bit of a remake before the actual remake we all want, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, we're a couple days away from 115 Day, and if Treyarch doesn't announce anything special on 115 Day, I'll definitely be doing a fun stream to cheer everybody up from Black Ops 3 and 4 Zombies, doing some good Easter eggs, helping some subscribers out. Looking forward to all of that out there. And last but not least, the last point I wanted to make about Call of Duty Mobile is that the game is free to play, which is why the microtransactions, even though they're a bit disgusting here and there, are justifiable. This could allow for the main Call of Duty series to really stir away from some of those anti-consumer policies while the mobile game continues to pump out some of those anti-consumer policies, and as a result we get the model from Modern Warfare where DLC is essentially all free, but you do have to pay for a battle pass, you have to pay for a couple of cosmetics here and there, but besides that, the new multiplayer maps, the new weapons, the survival maps, the gunfight maps, all of that will be free, which gets me wondering, how will Treyarch Call of Duties be handled going forward? What DLC model will Treyarch games have now? Will there be free multiplayer maps, free zombies maps, free weapons? Will there just be free multiplayer maps and weapons, and then there'll be like a zombies pass that you can get from there? I'm really interested in how that's going to be handled, but overall, that is about it. Let me know what you think of this down below in the comment section. This has been dkdynamite. Once again, huge shout out to a good buddy of mine, Real Boss RPG. Means a lot to me that he actually sent me some of this early gameplay of Nacht Der Untoten, or excuse me, Night of the Undead over on Call of Duty Mobile. Be on the lookout for guides for this map once the map officially releases very, very soon. It should be out in the next couple of weeks or so, since it currently is in beta at this moment in time. But that's about it, and peace out, everyone.
Reloading. Cover me.
Max ammo.
Changing mag. Reloading. Cover. Cover me. Reloading.
Get the sheet.